Well, we go into the last week of the regular season. Proud of this team, proud of where we are, proud of how hard they've competed all year long. Really proud of this senior. Coming back this year, she's meant so much to our program over the past several years, but probably none more than this year being our only senior and just what she's brought to the table every day and allowed our younger kids to see. And so I'm really excited for her being a finalist for the Defensive Player of the Year, being in the final 10, and certainly deserving. Not always been something that she thought maybe was possible or wanted to think was possible, but has really learned to embrace being a good defensive player for us and understanding the importance of that. And every night she's got to go against the best players in the country, offensively and defensively, and knowing that if she can't, if she struggles or can't do it, there's a chance we could lose the game because she's without a doubt been consistently our best defensive player, and we're not blessed like we have been in the past with a bunch of them. With several players that can do what she does. So really important, and I'll be sad tomorrow night to see that last, her senior night because she's really meant a lot to our program, been a part of some very big games for us, and obviously a lot of wins here at Mississippi State during her career, and not many losses. And that's the kind of kid she is. She's going to be a great pro, whatever she does in life, and going to be very successful. And she's pretty driven. And I think that's what separates her from a lot of people. And tremendous family. Just appreciate their trust and confidence. And so hopefully we're going to play well tomorrow night. We got a tremendous team coming in Arkansas. Coach Neighbors has done an incredible job with that program in his short time there. He's got them on the fast track, and he and his staff have done a tremendous job, and they're really, really hard to guard. It will be a tremendous challenge for us because they can spread the floor, shoot it from everywhere at any time, from any place on the floor. Really, it's almost like playing about 3 or 4 Victorias at one time. I mean, they all can stretch you from 30 and can go off the bounce, finish at the rim. And so it's going to be a big challenge for us defensively with this team. And we're going to have to really be locked in every possession and do a great job. And because they're really, really hard to guard. They scored 80 on Sunday in their upset, and so we're going to have to do a great job. We'll need to have a great practice today, and we'll have one more opportunity tomorrow to shoot around. So.
I will take questions for the players. Start with Robbie.
Jordan, not many people get 2 senior days. What's this one mean to you? Just unexpectedly getting back this year and getting another year back, and I know you were really excited about that. What's it mean to get one more shot? For a fact you're going to get to play one more home game. So what's that mean to you?
It's just I just feel real blessed right now just to be here because, like you said, not too many people get a chance to do senior year over again. So, just going through these emotions again. It's not as emotional as it was last time because right now I'm just grateful to be there.
Go over to Logan.
Zari, after losing Sunday, just kind of what's been the mindset of the team trying to bounce back from that?
I think our mindset right now is just to play harder and defend. We know we have to defend Arkansas tomorrow, so that's been our mindset and our focus.
Come over back to Robbie.
Joe, have you thought about the fact that you're going to end your regular season playing the team that you started with, and what's kind of your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I have thought about it a little bit, but you know, I've been in Mississippi State for 3 years now, and I've played them plenty of times. So they're just next up on the list. So we just gotta, you know, focus and get ready, especially coming off a loss. We have to, you know, we should go out punch first and give it all this last home game.
Zaria, we saw a little bit of what Arkansas had become last year. Late in the year, you got to go up against them in the SEC championship. What makes them so difficult to defend, especially on the perimeter?
Like Coach Schaefer said, they're a really great shooting team. Like he said, they're a whole bunch of victorious. They can shoot it and go off the bounce. So we're really just try to focus on helping the helper, you know, just guarding the line and also guarding the drive.
Go to Danny.
Joe, we've talked about your defense a lot, but what does it mean to you to be on the in the running for that defensive honor, Naismith honor?
It's just an honor to be even mentioned with those group of athletes. They're all tremendous defensive players. So just to have my name mentioned in that discussion is an honor.
Anything else for players? I will dismiss them and then coach.
Good job.
Questions for coach? We'll start with Robbie.
Vic Promise didn't play on Sunday. She wasn't there. Do you have a status update on her?
Yeah, so as we all know, Promise was coming off of a pretty significant surgery, basically reconstructive ankle surgery, and she's really struggled with it. And she came in to see Johnny and I a couple weeks ago and just talked about her struggles with that and that she just really felt like she needed to step away from the game. And so we certainly want to honor that and help her and assist her in everything she's got left. She's, hopefully, I think she's on track to graduate like December next year. So, we're disappointed. I always felt like that she could really help us. And at the same time, I know, she basically had an ACL and came back much, quicker than a typical ACL. ACLs usually 10 to a year, and she was back within, 6 months. And so even though it's an ankle and it's a little different, it's still a major reconstruction what she had done. So I know it was hard for her, and she really battled and fought, and I appreciate that from her.
Facing Dungy again, I mean, she had 24 and 25 against you last year. Just how tough is it to defend her, especially when you talk about all the other weapons that they have as well?
Yeah, it makes it even harder. She's got some help out there now that can really they can just score some points. Good gosh, they've scored 100. They scored 100 at Kentucky. They had 100 at Mississippi the other day. So I mean, they can put up some numbers now. They're averaging well over 80 points a game and scored 80 in their loss, on Sunday. So Mike does so many great things with them and puts them in so many positions to be successful. And they're just hard to guard. It's hard to bring help. If you get broke down, it's hard to bring help because they'll make you pay. And with her and Ramirez, Toll-Free, those kids can all do so much. Then you got a point guard that can absolutely destroy you off the bounce, and is really special. And so, Mike's done a great job with them, and they're just so hard to guard. They're just very difficult to defend, and obviously in their record this year, they've been great. They're an NCAA tournament team, and as he showed last year in the SEC tournament, they're capable of going on multi-game run, and so we've got to try to find a way to deal with them and at least slow them down a little bit, because I'm not sure we can go toe-to-toe with them and like maybe some of our teams in the past offensively.
Questions? We'll go back to Logan, then we'll go to Robbie.
When you have a loss like you did Sunday, sometimes that's an eye opener, especially for a young team. Have you seen them bounce back in practice the way that you wanted them to?
Well, I'll be anxious to see him again today. We saw him yesterday and watched a lot of film and went to the floor. And they'll always like today better because today's a meat and potatoes day. Yesterday we did lots of fundamental work like we typically do on a Tuesday. But I think the proof's in the, what are we going to be like on Thursday night? And, how you respond and how you react. Really, we had some, reaction after the game. You hope that you got people in that locker room that care and that it bothers. And you hope that your response is a real positive one, and that you come back and you go to work. And so I'm anxious to see them today and see how they'll respond.
I asked you about your three-point shooting, and you mentioned that it's just not this team's identity. Are you concerned with the last three games defending the three-point shot? Because Auburn had a big game, Kentucky hit some shots, and Bama hit 9 of 12 or 9 of 14, I think.
Yep.
Is that a concern, or is it just an anomaly?
Yeah,
just like the season?
it seems to be an issue for us. I mean, if I'm Arkansas, I'm licking my chops coming in here because we've struggled guarding the line, and that's what they want to do. So I think for us, it just it continues to be and again, it's your understanding a scouting report, understanding the individual tendencies of players. I mean, we really made it a point to talk about making 40 put the ball on the floor with Alabama. She took 9 threes. Now, she made 4 of them, but the fact that she got 9 off, and that was our focal point for 2 days. Hey, that's 40. Make her put it on the bounce. We just couldn't do it, and for whatever reason. So, again, we've got to be better in that area, and I've got to do better in imparting to them the importance of what certain players can do and can't do, and we got to make sure they do more what they can't than they can.